Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video, we're going to start collecting Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and today we're taking a look at the cities of Sigmar, and in particular the Hallowheart Free City. Now in this video we're going to go through the special rule that Hallowheart gets as its own sub-faction within the book, before having a look at a couple of units we recommend to get started with for this particular sub-faction. We'll then have a look at some other units we can use to expand upon the initial purchases, and then finally finish off the video with a little sample army list of 1,000 points for you to use, hopefully as some inspiration for starting your own force of Hallowheart for the cities of Sigmar in Warhammer Age of Sigmar. And so, to begin with, Wild Magic. This is the special rule we get for Hallowheart. They are a city that really does focus heavily on playing a magic-focused force. You get, when you attempt to cast a spell with a friendly Hallowheart wizard, you can say they will instead harness Wild Magic, and if you do so, you roll 3 dice instead of 2 when you make the casting roll. Now, however, on the unmodified roll of a 10 plus for the cast, on those 3d6 you do keep all 3 dice in your casting roll. The caster will then suffer d3 mortal wounds after the effects of the spell have been resolved. This is a pretty cool and potent ability, enabling you to really start to push through some magic and give some extra power to what are some pretty decent wizards already. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. And so, where to start? For me, I think the Sorceress is a great place to start. There are definitely other characters that we'll talk about in this video that are fantastic wizards for your Cities of Sigmar force, but I think if we're looking for a cost-effective way to get started for your force, it is the Sorceress. A really cheap kit, but she does give you a solid wizard. 5 wounds, 6+ save, pretty standard there for a wizard, and she's a 1 cast and 1 unbind wizard. Now, her special ability is Blood Sacrifice. When a friendly Darkened Coven's unit nearby, effectively she can sacrifice a model from that unit, and she gets +2 to her casting rolls. Her War Scroll spell, Word of Pain, is pretty decent as well. D3 mortal wounds, but on top of that, the unit she actually does the mortal wounds to will also be -1 to hit as well, whether or not she actually gets any of those mortal wounds through on them. Now, joining her, we then have Dreadspears. We need a battle line unit, and Dreadspears are battle line at all times in a army of the Cities of Sigmar. Now, Coven Guard means you can add 1 to hit rolls for attacks made by this unit if they target an enemy unit that made a charge move into them in the same turn, which is pretty nice with 2 attacks, 4s and 4s, no rend, damage 1. They're not too fantastic in combat, but they do have a base 4+ save, and at 90 points, they're one of the cheapest options you can get for a unit of 10 models in a Cities of Sigmar force, meaning you're not really caring too much about how many you do sacrifice of this unit to your Sorceress's magical potential. And so, looking at where to go next, I did mention we were going to talk about some other wizards, and these are 2 human wizards that actually have some mounts. The first of these is the Celestial Hurricanum, and this can also be the Battle Mage on Celestial Hurricanum. You'll get the options to build this, and you can easily build the wizard so that it can be taken off the model as well. So you can have one on foot that can be put either on your Celestial Hurricanum to make the Battle Mage version of the kit, or indeed just have the regular Battle Mage. Now, the Celestial Hurricanum, first of all, has his Storm of Shemtek ability where it can do some mortal wounds based on the battle round number. And you've got the Chain Lightning spell as well to do a bunch of mortal wounds that can sort of skip across your opponent's units if they're nearby each other. Portent to Battle allows you to add 1 to hit rolls made for Cities of Sigmar human units while they hold within 9 inches of any friendly units with this ability, which is really nice for buffing up some of your shooting and not having to spend command points on things like all-out attack. 12 wounds and a 4+ save. Once again, you can also have this model as a unmounted version as well, or you could have as the wizard version. Now, if you go for the wizard, you will have your spell chosen for you, which will always be Twin-Tailed Comet. Now, the other one we can talk about is the Luminarch of Haish. This is the other sort of battle carriage for the Cities of Sigmar. This one has a Searing Beam of Light where it can do a sort of beam shooting attack that punches through multiple enemy units. And the Aura of Protection actually gives a 6-up ward save to nearby friendly units. Now, on top of that, you are a wizard as well if you go for the Battle Mage variation. And this can provide you with some nice little punch to your force, but also give you the Burning Gaze spell, which can do a nice amount of mortal wounds to the enemy and actually gets more mortal wounds depending on how big your enemy's unit is. Joining these though, we definitely have with these two pieces some decent shooting prowess, so why not add to that shooting prowess and go for 3 Guild Fusiliers. This is a really interesting unit, as if they stay still and go into a fortified position, they can make some extra attacks with their weaponry. There's a bunch of ways you can buff up these units as well. They work really nicely getting that 6-up ward when they're nearby one of these 2 battle wagons, and you can also give them that +1 to hit for free as well from Celestial Hurricaneum's Portents of Battle. So do build a really nice little bunker here of some decent shooting power. Now, of course, in Hallowheart, where we would be without talking about the Endless Spells, and there are 2 kits that the cities of Sigmar have access to, and they are the generic Endless Spells, either the Malign Portent set, which contains things like the Geminids of Orgish, the Chronomatic Cogs, the Soul Snare Shackles, Purple Sun, and the Aether Void Pendulum, or going for the Forbidden Power set, which contains one of my favourites, the Horrorghast, or some fantastic movement spells like Lorshan the Soul Seeker, the Bringy Dingy, or the Soul Scream Bridge. And so here we have our sample army list for the cities of Sigmar. Obviously we are playing with Hallowheart, and this means we're from the realm of actually the realm of fire. Now our grand strategy we've gone for is banners held high. We have 3 banners in this force, which is actually pretty decent. What this grand strategy requires us to do is have more banners and or totems than our opponent on the table at the end of the game. We are 10 points under, so we've got a chance for a triumph, and we've gone for Inspired, +1 to wound. This would be really nice to combine on those 3 Guild Fusiliers to give them +1 to hit and wound. Now, we've got our Battle Mage on Celestial Hurricaneum, who's got the Flask of Lethesian Drinkwater as the artifact. This is going to allow it to heal some wounds during the battle once per game, and then he spelled Twin-Tailed Comet as per normal. A Battle Mage on Luminarch of Haish has Fast Protection, which is a fantastic spell, so I'm always happy to take one. And then we have a Sorceress who'll be our General, and we've got the command trait Secretive Warlock, because this gives us +1 to cast an Unbind. And the spell Umbral Hex as well means our opponents are going to have to take Battle Shock tests on 2d6. This could be really nice when combined with the fact we have taken the Geminids of Orgish to stop some commands being used. Battle line wise, 2 units of Dread Spears are our battle line, and then we got a unit of 10 Free Guild Fusiliers as well, rounding out our force. 59 wounds, 6 drops. It's pretty hard to get this down into a couple of drops. At the point of 2 drops, you're no longer a 1-drop army, so I actually like having more drops to, in case you're playing other high drop forces, you can sort of dictate and decide where you're going to set up your bunker. With that said, though, if you've got some ideas for a Hallowheart force in the Warhammer Age of Sigmar, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our great little community we have here at Central Gaming, we have a Discord server, which is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel, be that via Patreon or YouTube members, or by grabbing yourself some merch, whether that's stickers, t-shirt, mugs, or anything from our Teespring store as well, or by using our affiliate links, which are also linked down in the description as well, that go a long way to helping support the channel. As a special thank you to all our Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to Andy C, Grimskull, Colorblind Magic, Iron Grinch, Benjamin Swallows, James Cater, Mark Harvey, Domir, Average Wargamer, JJ Austrian, Cure Dynamic, Andrew Bowen, Alderin Shot First, Kendall, Soren, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lockloric, The Johnny84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, John Castle, and Gargamel196. Thank you all so much for helping support the channel. It means the absolute world to us. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Once again, everyone, stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.